Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to talk real quick about something that was on my mind today after a question I got on Instagram earlier. And the guy shot me, I think it was a guy. Pardon me if that was you and you're not a guy. He just sent me a message and he was saying, he asked me, what is the most, he was a freelancer and he wanted to grow at it. And he asked me what could I tell him about growing it? What was the most important thing? I forget exactly how he worded it, but something to that effect. And what I told him was the most important thing you can do is get your contact information of your customers and find a way to reach them over and over again and sell to them over and over again. And basically what I was telling him was to build assets. So I figured I would kind of share a little bit of my thoughts on that with you. And what I mean by that is whether it's freelancing or any other type of business, the most important thing you can do is collect your customers' info, and so you can build a relationship with them, and more importantly, have a way to sell to them over and over again, and have a way to reach them if something bad ever happened, and like that way you have an asset where you can go back to them, and if by something bad I mean your business collapsed, a platform went away, something like that, where you're not reliant upon someone else to hold the data for you. So when you have a YouTube channel, that's great, and that's one of the assets I recommend, but that could also go away. They could shut your channel down, same for the Facebook group and all that stuff. So you want to build as many of those as possible, and you want to build an email list to sell to the people. Not just to sell to people, but to build a relationship with people so you can kind of sell to them and do things like that. So that's kind of what I teach in my course, Legiit Freelancing Mastery, which I'm going to be giving away very soon. I just want to reshoot a couple of the videos that are in it because they're kind of outdated, but I'm going to be giving that away. So be on the lookout for that. But I think it's really important to stress, and I don't think a lot of people really think about it. They just get so caught up in the process of one day-to-day stuff that they make a sale, sign a new client, whatever it is that they do, that they don't take the time to build an asset that they can continue to get back into whenever they need more, or when things go awry or whatever. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a way of contacting a customer. If you're an SEO, it's great to have this big client list, but you would more clients, but the thing that the real value in them is not just the money they bring into you, the fact that that's a client list that you've done a great job for, and now you can reach back out to them and ask them, do they know somebody else? Things like that, the way you can kind of network with them, and you've built an asset. And if maybe that's just one aspect of it, if you're running an SEO business. Another one would be you could set up lead gen sites, it's where you own the site. And if a client fires you, you just send it over to another client. So that's kind of the upside of that. Same kind of thing with affiliate. But basically, the main things, though, I want you to think about having are an email list, whatever type of business you're in, and forgive my doodling here, but you want to have some sort of email list, because that just gives you an asset where you can go back to them time and time again. And no matter what anybody tells you, that's still super, super valuable. Like, people still open their emails. It's just, it is what it is. And then I want you to think about having a community, maybe a Facebook group or whatever other platform you're on, LinkedIn, whatever. This is a great one because they feel like they know you personally. And when they do get to know you personally, and you can kind of communicate with them and build a relationship with them. And then when you need something, whether you have a new offer or whatever, you have a way to communicate with them. And then you can continue to provide value to them too. As much as that term gets thrown around and it's kind of cliche, it's true. Like, you can give them a reason to hang out with you, get to know you, things like that. But build up a Facebook group or some other type of community, depending on what your business is, things like that. Or it could be an in-person community, like a meetup, And then the other thing is you could do like a YouTube channel or an Instagram or whatever. And it doesn't have to be online either, but build up different assets so you have different ways to communicate with people in the worst case scenario, or just anytime that you need to start running out of funds, you need to generate more business, whatever it may be. So that's another thing that you can do. That's actually the whole reason that Legiit exists. And if you're not familiar with it, Legiit is the online marketplace that I own. The whole reason that it came into being in the first place is because I used to sell on Conquer, another marketplace platform that just was riddled with problems, and just one thing after the other. And I'm not trying to knock on it or anything. It's just true, So basically, I then moved over to having my own website and selling stuff through that. And that was going pretty well. But Then people started asking me, could they sell through their stuff through my website? So I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and create a platform of my own. So now I have a business where I can kind of rely on that to sell my services. And hopefully I've provided that same comfort and familiarity with other people, for other people that sell on here and buy on here as well. So that's kind of why it exists in the first place, is because I wanted to have an asset of my own and be able to provide the same thing for other people. So that's kind of the point I wanted to make. I didn't really have, I know I kind of rambled a little bit, but basically just think about your business and think about how you generate your sales. And if that went away, would you have to start over? And if so, that you don't want to be in that position. You want to have an email list, a Facebook group, a YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever it is that works well for you, where you can kind of come back and just communicate with people and reach back into them and get some more sales, build more relationships, and not lose all the hard work that you've put into your business. So again, hope I didn't ramble too much. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you found some value in it. Be on the lookout for Legit Freelancing Mastery when I give that away for free. And if you want more training like this, whether it's SEO or anything like that, check out superstarseoclass.com. That's my Superstar SEO Academy. All right, guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.